A study done by Search Institute found that 18% of Singapore American school high schoolers may be depressed or have suicidal thoughts, and that only 40% of students found that it's a caring school climate. I talked to Clay Roberts, a consultant at Search Institute, to talk about his findings.
What they're really trying to do, I think, in many ways, is give more of a voice to students. You know, so much of this work is done with adults, and we try and have adults do things for students and to students. And Search is one of the few organizations I've ever worked with who's very serious about engaging young people in a very meaningful way in their own future. And so we need to understand what's behind that data. And I think the first step in that is dialogue between young people and the power structure here at SA. It says to me is if we use the best of what you have to offer, which is your creative energy and good consequential thinking, if we put those together, we would come up with dynamite solutions.
Definitely.
But instead, we have adults trying to craft the solutions without involving young people at the table. But I think we've taken the relationship piece for granted, as if it were already happening and happening well, and I don't think you can do that. So if you want to take that to the next level, if you want to move academic achievement, I happen to believe relationships are really an important part of that. Things get a lot better when you stop comparing and find your spark, find your passion, and pursue that, and forget about whether your grades are, you know, better than somebody else. Your students said this to me yesterday in the peer support. They said they felt a lot of pressure around academic achievement and performance. They said one young lady said, "I never feel like I can live up to those expectations. I can't be smart enough. I can't be, you know." So I think there's that. Success. In fact, I think it's really dangerous to define success in terms of what university you get accepted to. Us to watch out for one another, because what I found was, students know when their friends are in trouble long before we know it as school staff members. You know, we find that students knew 2 years ago that this person was very depressed, and by the time we figure it out, it is so obvious that we can't ignore it anymore. So what we need is you as our partners to help intervene when you know a friend is in trouble. I really believe that my job as a school staff member would be to try and delay the onset of drinking, and with those kids who drink, to talk about what moderation looks like. And what I found is young people are not good in general at defining moderation. You know, 6 drinks in an evening is not moderation. You know, when you know that after 2 drinks you're impaired, that's not moderation. And so we really need to. And I also think the message needs to go out there. The best predictor I have of whether you will have a problem with alcohol is if you come from a family where there are problems with alcohol.